Like, it's like, this is like real life. She just started screaming at the top of her lungs in our basement about the formations of the earth. What's good, YouTube? Hey! It's your girl, it's Ethiopian, and I'm here with another video. And this one is, yep, you guessed it, my SHAI Time, story time. Oh snaps, I forgot my SHAI. Hold up. Well, we is sipping and spilling some tea, okay, honey? But anyways, I'm here with part 3 of My Roommate is Possessed. If you haven't seen those videos, definitely go ahead and check those out. It will give you context and what I'll be talking about in this one. And we're going to talk about how she got high-key stalkerish and how she just refused to leave. Like, what are you doing? You got to go. Got a blast, homie. Bye. But anyways, don't forget to at my handle at it's Ethiopian on Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr, and at me on Snapchat if you like at CamilleJael. Oh, and don't forget to check out my new website, dearethiopia.org. It's intro time.
Now there she goes again, the dopest Ethiopian, and now the world around me begins moving in slow motion whenever she...
So, yeah, as you can see, I'm like low-key lit right now. Super pumped, super excited. Like, Ethiopia just did me so well. You should check out my video where I kind of gave a little bit of my update of what I was doing while I was in Ethiopia. I was there for 4 months. And literally, like, the week that I was leaving, 5 people. 5 people. I had randomly, either I had not seen them before or I hadn't seen them in years. And they came up to me and they told me, like, oh, hey, where's part 3? So we about to go ahead and get part 3 ship hopping. So my roommate SHAI Time, like, she just refused to leave. Like, she did not want to go. So after our big blow up where she was like arguing with me and she like yelled at me and she was also putting away like freaking knives and forks and stuff. After she blew up and she came back downstairs talking about,
oh my god, can we just hold hands and play kumbaya? Like, what do we really love about this place?
She decided that she wanted to leave. And we're like, okay, bye. Ain't nobody gonna oppose this. Like, so bye, see you never. Like, let's go. I'll help you pack all your stuff, ma'am. Let's go. And this is right after Nkutatash, so this is like, I want to say September 14th ish, where she decided that she wanted to move out by October 5th. So we're like, boom, like, let's go. You ain't gotta stay here. You ain't gotta be here. We will pack your bags up tonight, honey. Cupcake she offered, like, oh yeah, we'll help you look for a roommate. Like, yes, I will be posting on every social media site. Like, we gonna get this popping. Let's go. And again, I said that she came up with the date October 5th. Like, she did this, okay? This time, when she's supposed to be looking for a roommate, she is being extremely difficult and extremely disrespectful. Like, you know, if it's your time to go, just exit in peace, please. I'm the type of person, if I don't like you, if I don't mess with you, and I gotta be around you, and I have to tolerate you, I'm just gonna act like you don't exist. You stay in your corner, I'll stay in mine, and, you know, we can just move on. But no, she decided to follow me to 2 of my classes. Not 1, but 2 of my classes. And she was being so weird. Like, this child did not make any sense. Like, I don't understand. I don't know how to explain it, but like, she was just crazy. Like, that's all it was. And again, she dropped out of classes. Like, she dropped out of my university. So there was no reason to be in a university building, like, let alone on the university at all. Like, what are you here for? Like, classes have already started. It's past the enrollment date. What are you here for? So she followed me to like one building. I was just sitting there and I'm just minding my own business, typing on my laptop, doing whatever. And I look to the left of me and I'm just like, I know daggone well, this is not SHAI Time. Anchi, is this you? Like, seriously? Seriously. So, you know what I did? I packed my bags, put them all in my book bag, closed my laptop, and I skedaddled. Gotta go. Gotta blast. Like, I was not here for it. Like, not here for it at all. I'm like literally sitting on the bus And I didn't know she was on the bus with me. So when she's on the bus, she literally, like, we're at the bus stop going back to our house, and she literally runs past me. Like, when I say ran, she ran right past me on the bus. I was sitting like in the first 2 seats, and she was all the way in the back. And there's another door that she would have to pass in order to pass me. And I was just like, first of all, how the heck did you get on this bus without me seeing? Like, I literally did not see her. Like, it might have been because had my headphones on and I was just running, but I was just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the bus driver kind of looked up like, okay. And I was just like, okay, thank you. And like, she's proceeding to walk in the direction of our house. And I actually parked near the bus stop, and it was cold as heck. It was winter at that time. So she just walking, speeding past, and I drive past like, bye. Cause you ain't riding with me, homie. Like, bye with your crazy self. Like, no. So then I don't think I went home that day. I can't remember what I did, but I was just like trying to avoid her. I'm in one of these buildings, and neither one of these buildings is like on the outskirt of campus. Like, there's no reason for you to be in this, like, randomly going into a building to get water or get something or use the bathroom or something like that. Like, these are dead in the middle of campus. So you have to go through campus, and our campus is huge. You have to go through campus just to get in these buildings. So I'm in one of the buildings for my classes, and I'm just minding my own business. I'm like there hella early because I can't be at home. So I'm there like hours early, just waiting for my class to start. So instead of going upstairs to my class, I stay at the bottom near the door, and there's like this random chair and desk, and I would just sit there, and there was like a elevator to the right of me, and then you can also go up the stairs. And I'm just sitting here minding my own business. I've been there for at least an hour or so, catching up, blogging, vlogging, doing my own business. And I look up, and Satan walks in the door. And I'm just like, oh my God. And like, when she walks in the door, she has to pass me. And I'm like literally the only person, because it's just this one random chair. And of course she sees me, and I just, look away. Mind my business. I don't have to talk to you. I don't know you. Like, what the heck? So she goes running up the stairs. Like, she was running off the bus. She runs up the stairs, and like the way the railing is, like the railing to the stairs is like at least to your rib cage. So you can't like fall off, or if something were to fall out your pocket, it won't fall. It would have to go over the railing and then down. Like, there was no way you could just jump off of this without climbing something. You know what I mean? So of course she goes up the stairs, and she throws something on the ground, and it was like a case it was a Mophie case to her phone. And of course, after she went upstairs, she was gone for like 20-30 minutes, so I kind of like forgot about her. And then this thing just comes falling, and I look up, and no one is there. No one is looking, like no one is whatever. So it just sits there. People are walking in and out, and they're like wondering like what's going on, and everyone just leaves it. So I pick it up, and I was getting ready to take it to Lost and Found. Of course, after I pick it up, here comes Satan. And she didn't come for like another, like at least another 5 to 10 minutes. So when I picked it up, the people that saw me pick it up, they were gone already. Like, they were coming and going. And she comes down, and she asks me, oh, did you see something fall? Did you see something fall? I dropped something. And I was just like, no, lying out my butt. But I was lying because I didn't want to sit here and talk to you. Like, no, get out of, I was like, no, get out of my face. And I'm just going to return it to Lost and Found, assuming that there was something in there. There was nothing in there. It was just literally a box. Like, there was nothing in there. But she's doing like these little things to find a way to talk to me or to get my attention. And she would always do this little petty thing. Like, I had a water bottle that I got from the university, and she would always put her stuff into it. And I don't know what it was. It was like some green liquid. That it wasn't like juice or anything like that. It kind of had the substance of liquid soap, but it didn't smell like liquid soap. I don't know what it was, but I would dump it out or pour it into something else and then clean it. And then as soon as I clean it and like let it dry, she put it back in there. And we would do this like 3 or 4 times. And I had to put in the group message, like, whatever contents are in this bottle, can you please remove it tonight? Every time I clean it gets replaced with something else. And then Satan goes,
oh, LOL, is it yours?
like, yes, she's like, yes, it's mine. Oops. We will keep this rated G, okay? During this time, she would constantly, like when I say constantly, old girl would constantly lock me out of my own room and lock me out of the house. Like, I want to say she locked me out like 3 or 4 times within a month, between locking me out the house or locking me out the room. Like, I could be, when I'm on the phone, sometimes I talk loud. So I sit on the porch and I would literally be sitting on the porch and she just locks the door and locks me out. And I gotta be banging on the daggone door in the middle of the night looking like somebody's crazy, like trying to break into my own house because she wants to lock the door. And I'm like, are you serious right now? So of course I learned to keep my key. But there was another time where she locked me out of my room and I didn't even know she had a key. There was not, when I was there a year before she was, and there was not a room, there was not a key to our room. But our house got broken into, and I guess he finally came and put locks on our doors while I was in Ethiopia. And he gave her a key, but he didn't give me a key, nor did he inform, the landlord didn't inform me that there was a key. So I come home one day, getting ready to work. Like, it was literally like I had to go to class, and then I had like maybe 10 minutes to get ready, and then I had to go to work because traffic it's crazy. So I go home, and I'm locked out of my room. And I'm banging on the door, knocking, see if she's asleep or pretending to be asleep or summoning her demons. But like, she was not answering the door. So I start calling her and texting her. I was like, why is the door locked? And she was like,
oh, I locked the door, blah, 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 blah. I don't want anyone going into our room.
I was like, I don't have a key to this room. Like, I told her, like, before she moved in, like, there's no keys to our room. We just kind of leave it unlocked or whatever. And she knows I don't have a key. And then she's like,
oh, I have the key with me. You can come get it if you want.
And I just hung up on her. And I knew where she worked. So I go to her job and banging on the door. And I'm just like, give me the key. I just, give me the key. Try to make this as short as possible. So I grabbed the key, and then she was
like, oh, well, you at least could say thank you.
I was like, why in the hell would I say thank you for locking me out of my own room, and you wasting my time and gas, making me late for work again because you want to lock me out of my room? Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? And she works at, like, I want to say it's like a home health aid or something like that. And there's old people just walking in, old people just looking at me like, oh, she pissed. And like, I usually don't blow up like that. Like, it takes a lot for me to blow up, and it's very controlled. So I was like, no, you're not about to do this. We're not going to play these games. It's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. Do not lock me out of my room. I'm going to act like you're not here, like you're not existing. So then after that, so this is like going through as she's following me to my classes. Meanwhile, she's saying that she's going to move out October 5th. So we start hitting her up. We're like, me and my other 2 roommates, we're talking like, we got to post ads. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to make sure this chick is out of here. And she is like giving off the impression that she don't want to leave. Like, not giving off the impression, she does not want to leave. We ask her, where are you posting? How is the ad search going? And she'd be like, oh, it's going, and like giving these shallow answers, not being direct. She didn't pack a bag. Like, it was just a whole hot mess. And for me, I was posting on Facebook at least 2-3 times a day. I was posting on Tumblr. I was posting on Twitter. I was posting on Instagram. I wasn't even active on Twitter. I'm still not that active on Twitter. But I was like, I need a roommate. I need a roommate ASAP. Like, I almost wanted to pay someone to come move in with me. Like, if I could, I would be able to if I could handle her shares by myself, I would just do it. And we considered that. We considered splitting the rent and the bills. But like, it was just so up and down with her. I'm going to go to one of our group messages. September 14th, she's all like,
just a heads up, I'm going to start interviewing for replacement and posting ads.
And then I was like, we all have to agree upon the person you select. It'll be nice if you actually sat down and knew what was suitable for us. Because she has not once sat down with us besides that brief moment of her like having some type of episode and switching between personalities. But besides that, she hadn't sat down to talk to us about a roommate meeting or the type of person she wants to replace us with. And I don't want her just coming through and replacing just having someone else move in and we haven't even approved of this person. We don't want another crazy. And then I asked, also, how's your roommate search going? I posted a couple times on Facebook and I've asked around the Bible study that I help lead. And she goes, it's going. And I'm like, can you be a little bit more detailed? And then she just says, I'll give you a heads up when it's time for interviews. And I asked, where have you posted it online? And she ignores it because she hasn't posted online. She's gonna be like, oh, I'll give you a heads up for interviews. Like, I'm just supposed to sit around and twiddle my thumbs until you decide you want to leave. Like, no, honey, this is not how it's gonna work. By this time, it's September 25th, and she said she's gonna be out by like October 5th. And I was like, hey guys, I think we need a formal meeting on the agreements of move out date and move in date for the next roommate. I would like to have something in writing, as she's told me she's moving out October 1st, actually, which is quickly approaching, but she doesn't have a roommate to replace her. And when I ask her what her plans is, she, as usual, dodges the question. I just don't want to be stuck with unnecessary bills, and I refuse to live my life inconveniently spontaneous purely on someone else's schedule, because I didn't know if she was going to dip out and leave, like just go ghost. I don't know if she's going to move in someone completely random illegally, or I didn't know if she planned on paying her rent. And I think she said that to one of my roommates, that she was going to just pay her rent here and move out. And so we're like, okay, if you got to do that, then go ahead, bye. So we schedule a meeting for like 2:30 that weekend or whatever, and guess who doesn't show up? You got it. Satan. He can be everywhere, but he can't be anywhere. Like, what the heck? Like, I don't understand how a person wants to constantly, inconveniently just mess up. Like, you're scheduling this time. No one is holding a gun and saying you have to be here at this time. You pick the time and the place. Like, what the heck? It's not even that deep. So, of course, I get mad. I was just like, all right, since tomorrow is October 1st and I don't see a single bag packed, I'm assuming you ain't moving out the day that you told me that you were. Can you please update us all via GroupMe, since it's exam week and time is limited? And she was like,
I posted a week ago on Craigslist.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of hits, but mostly not good, except for one. Her name is Donna. She wants to come this weekend.
And later, we find out Donna is 34 years old. And October 3rd,
she's 34 years old. Like, if you're okay with that.
Like the comment if you're okay with that. Ain't nobody okay with that. You're 32 years old and everybody's having all these problems. Why would I want to move a 34-year-old in a room next, like her bed next to mine? Like, at the time I was 21, getting ready to turn 22. Like, how does that make any sense? Please tell me how that makes any sense. Why would some grown woman, like, that is a problem. Like, something is wrong with her. Something is wrong with Satan and her. Like, maybe they belong together, because it don't make no sense for you wanting to share a room with someone and you're 34 years old and you want to share a room with a total stranger. Like, I get it if it's if it's like a cousin or aunt or something. Like, if it's family, okay, that's completely fine. But somebody I don't know and you talking about I want to move in this weekend, like, what? No. October 4th comes and she decides that she wants to have I don't know what she was doing. She was doing something. She was having some type of ritual, some type of panic attack. I'm being a little bit dramatic, but it's like, this is like real life. She just started screaming at the top of her lungs in our basement about the formations of the earth. Like, first she starts screaming. Okay, let me show you how our house is. It's the basement, and then it's like the middle floor where the kitchen, two living room, dining room is, and then upstairs is our bedrooms. So the fact that I can hear you and I'm all the way up here and there's a whole floor in between us, and then you're in the basement and we can hear you in the middle of the night. Let me see what time this is. This is at 2:30 in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning. She is screaming at the top of her lungs about the formations of the earth. So Cupcake is pissed. She goes downstairs and they start yelling back and forth like, what are you doing? Blah, 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 da, 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 da. I assumed that she was on the phone talking to someone because the way that she was yelling, like, it was like she was having an argument. But I think she was having an argument with one of her little demons that she was dealing with, because she wasn't talking to nobody. She was not talking about nobody. I was just like, can you not yell? And then she says,
well, Cupcake is yelling too, so why don't you say something to her?
And Cupcake was like, yeah, I was yelling at you, you silly rabbit. And then I was like, that was sent seconds before she told you about yourself. Like, I sent the message before Cupcake came down and started yelling at her. And when you were on the phone yelling about the formations of the earth. But again, she was not on the phone. Silly me. Innocent, miskin me. I thought she was on the phone. No. Her explanation is,
we were not talking. We were not talking, we were yelling.
She's talking to Cupcake. But
Camille has explained herself why I thought she was being unfair. Thank you. And then she at me. But I know all about myself. That's what 32 years has afforded me. Look up Ephesians 1 and then you'll understand my outburst.
So she's basically trying to justify reading the Bible with her screaming about the formations of the earth. Like, she, like, she's just mimicking what she sees in church. Like, when you read a scripture, you get excited. But your excitement should not be disturbing someone else's spirit. Like, if you're of the spirit, if you're supposed to be a Christian and you're supposed to be filled with God, and someone else is like that, your sister or whatever, their spirit should not be in conflict with each other. Like, my praise should not hinder you if we're coming from the same side. You know what I mean? Like, this sounds really weird, but you know what I mean? Basically, your praise should not be waking me up at 2:30 in the morning when I got class. Like, so then I was like, no, this is no reason that you should be screaming like that, waking everyone up. Why don't you skip to the fruit of the spirit and practice self-control? And then I quoted Galatians 5:22 through 23. She goes,
well, at Cupcake is yelling and cussing, threatening is never okay.
It's like screaming and waking everyone up is, again, not okay. So then, I was like, get your life together. Whatever. They're going back and forth. After all of this, like, old girl brings roaches. One day she just brings a bunch of boxes and she leaves it in the living room that mainly had her stuff. And Cupcake said she seen a roach. Now, before I get into this, I had never really seen a roach. I'm not bougie at all, but not in my house, none of my friends or my mom's friends or family, like, none of us had roaches. So my only idea of a roach was like them big hissing cockroaches, like the ones that I seen them at COSI, or like the zoo or something, like them huge big ones. So when people said they had roaches, I'm thinking that's what's crawling in their house, and I'm not about it. So Cupcake said that she seen a roach, and I'm thinking this in my head, and I'm just like, okay, that's disgusting. Like, she's tripping. Like, me and Jessica thought she was tripping. Like, no, whatever. But then Jessica is sitting downstairs, minding her own business and doing her homework. And all of a sudden, she screams so loud. And lo and behold, there was a roach. She said a roach came and ran while she was sitting on the floor. She was sitting in that living room. And it followed her. So, not followed her. It just came out and then went back under the couch or whatever. And basically, the roaches were all coming from the boxes of stuff. I don't know why she proceeded to move stuff in when she's supposed to be moving stuff out, but these boxes were filled with bullcrap and roaches, and our house got infested with roaches. We had to put everything together and spray like a bazillion times. Like, I was just so done. Like, I don't do bugs at all. Like, I'm messy. Don't get me wrong. I am very messy. My stuff can be everywhere. My bed can be not made. But when it comes to bugs and dirt, no, ma'am. No. I can be messy, but I cannot be trifling. And that was just so trifling. Like, oh my gosh. It's disgusting. Like, I can't do it. And don't get me wrong. When I was in Ethiopia, there was so many roaches or whatever. But I was able to deal with that a lot better. Like, I killed them and then we moved on. We just cleaned the house. Like, but this was super unexpected and not okay. And basically, it took from literally October, November, December. So December, I found a roommate. Praise God. Someone hit me up. Some girl was moving in to Columbus, Ohio, and she wanted to find a roommate because she was starting at the university. So we agreed that she would come in on on the 1st of January. That was going to be her start date. And SHAI was supposed to be been out of there by that time so she could move in. January 1st, I was out of town. So I wouldn't have been home while, SHAI, I said her name, while SHAI was moving out. And that's how I wanted to be. Like, I wanted to be gone. Me and Jessica were actually gone. So we was going to be gone while she moved the heck up out of there. I didn't have to see you. I didn't got to say bye. So I come back like January 2nd, maybe. And guess who's home? Guess who's chilling at the house? I'm like, bruh, what are you doing here? Your lease has ended. You have signed the lease and you're supposed to be up out of here. What are you doing? Like, why? Why are you here? You're not on the leash. Like, bro, let's go. So the other roommate ended up coming and she ended up having to stay in a hotel and extending her stay at the hotel because SHAI was in the room just chilling. And eventually I had to actually call the police for her to get up out of there. Like, I was like, you're not on this leash. You can't be in this house. Like, she's like, well, all my stuff is here. I'm like, okay. So that's your fault. You should have left your stuff here. But you have to go. Like, I don't want to deal with you today. And she was arguing with me, going back and forth. So I called the police. And then by the time the police got here, she wasn't here. So they came up with some arrangement with the landlord where she can come and get her stuff. And she stole a lot of my stuff, of course. But whatever. God will bring it back. But the funniest thing is when she was moving, I was there. So I was home the day that she was moving her bed. And when I say it was the funniest thing in the world, oh my God, I could not stop laughing. Like, I was sitting on her couch and she had to bring her heavy, like, I don't know why her mattress was so heavy. Like, mattresses in general are heavy. But she had to bring it back down the stairs by herself. And she's like short. So she was literally sliding the mattress down the stairs. And then she was trying to get it up and over the railing because you couldn't turn. You basically couldn't get the mattress down the stairs without flipping it over. And she could not lift that thing for the life of her. And she was like, come on, help me. Yep, Jesus, help, push, help. We got this. Yes, Lord, please. Well, I say I was on the couch rolling. I was done. Like, I was cracking up so hard because she was really trying to encourage herself to get this mattress that was not going to lift up out of this house. I mean, up out of the staircase. Like, sis, it's not budging. It's not moving, sis. But she eventually got it up there. Maybe the Lord came through for her because he knows that she needs to get up out of my house. And that's pretty much it. That she didn't leave until maybe it was after maybe January 7th or so. And maybe even later than that. It was my birthday's on the 17th, and I remember it was only a couple days before my birthday that she was actually up out of there, and I was just shocked. But she was out, she was gone. And I ended up seeing her. Well, I have another update where she tried it again, and this is after she left. So stay tuned for part 4. It's really interesting. She ends up having like a manic episode in public, in church, granted, in church. And it's crazy. But thank you all for watching. I know this video is super long. I tried to make it like 10 minutes, but clearly these are 30-minute segments. I promise, hopefully my future story times will be a lot shorter. But thank you for riding with your girl. Don't forget to @ my handle again and check out my website, Dear Ethiopia. Thanks and have a blessed day. And just rebuke and bind the enemy, Satan. He is not welcome in your life. He's not welcome in my life. And neither is that girl. Like, bye. Amen. Be Jesus.